can see that beautiful horse cave mural there, kind of painted in the postcard style with the different attractions inside of the lettering. Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south. More specifically, we are in Horse Cave, Kentucky, deep within Kentucky Cave country, and today we are invoking the EM rule. I was just driving along the highway and I saw a sign for the American Cave Museum. Of course, I'm a huge fan of museums, and I believe that every museum has something worth checking out in it. There may be a lot of cool stuff in a museum, but I feel like every museum has at least one thing that makes it worth checking out. And that is why I always, whenever I see the word museum, as long as I have the time and the ability, I make it a priority to stop. And I've never been here to the American Cave Museum, so this is a brand new experience here, so please follow me. Here we have Caving Annie. You can see she's dressed up and all that cave equipment, the rope, the glowing helmet. You see we've got a camera there for taking cave pictures. Going into the exhibit area here, by the way. The American Cave Museum is completely free. There's different things here about drilling for wells. There's an exhibit about crappy things people do to caves, including dumping radioactive waste in caves. That's not a good place for that. Apparently also dumping solid waste into caves is an issue. I guess people just see caves as giant trash dumpsters. And the last thing you want to come across while in a cave is human waste. You can see the outhouse door back there. Yeah, imagine if you were exploring a cave and you stumbled upon someone's sewage dumping site where a bunch of human feces were coating the cave. Food in caves, different foods that are made within caves. Of course, mushrooms grow well in caves. They age whiskey in caves, and they make cheese in caves. Cave cheese. This guy here looks like he's walking on water. A cave Jesus, if you will. You can see the stalactites hanging from the ceiling, although there doesn't appear to be any stalagmites down there. Head downstairs to see the downstairs exhibits. Down here we can see the bottom of this structure here and look up at the stalactites. Here are some of the animals that live in caves. So I guess you gotta push the buttons here to illuminate them. Let's see, there's the pack rat. Oh yeah, you can see the pack rat there. You push the button, it lights him up. And let's see what other cave creatures we have here. The pickerel frog. Oh, there he is. There's the little pickerel frog. Oh, there we see some camel crickets, they call them here. I've always heard them referred to as cave crickets. I remember a house I lived in, the water filter was in this special room in the back of the house, and it would always be infested with cave crickets, and they always kind of freaked me out because they're like almost like giant jumping spiders. I have a couple different cave animals in here, including the blind cave fish. They're fish that lived in the darkness of the cave to the point where they no longer needed eyes, so they just quit having eyes as they evolved. So yeah, very crazy. They have the lights on here now, but I guess they don't even know if the lights are on or off because they don't have any eyes. Here's the inner cave You also can look for animals here. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a big cluster of bats. So we can actually walk outside here and look at that. Back behind the cave museum, we have a big cave. So we can actually walk down there, these steps. You can see Main Street Horse Cave up there, and then this just immediately drops off along here. We have this this cave here. Wow, you can feel the cold air coming out of the cave here. Look at that. It's just the mouth of the cave. Yeah, you just feel the cold air spewing out towards us. Walk down here towards the mouth of the cave. This is the furthest point we can get without going on the actual paid tour, but yeah, you can look down there, see into the cave. You can hear water running. And down here at the mouth of the cave, we can look back up and see the cave museum way up there. We're definitely sitting in a pit right now. I climbed up here to this platform level with Main Street and kind of get a feeling looking down at the cave there. You can see a tour group headed into the cave there, and I actually went up and purchased a ticket for a tour through the cave here. So we'll be headed down there in a few moments and going on a little cave tour. All right, headed into Hidden River Cave.
As some of you noted, the cool thing about this entrance is the fact that there's a town built around it.
All right, down into the mouth of the beast. There's an old kayak there, all covered in mud. Guess it's for traversing the river down in the cave. Oh yeah, you can see the water there. The water actually looks really clear. The guide was telling us that it used to be incredibly filthy from the town's garbage and sewage, but it's been turned around and looks very clear now. All right, heading even deeper down. Uh-oh, the group's getting away from me.
That Main Street is running right over us, and there could be cars or trucks driving up there right now. Maybe even a few semi-trucks with dozens of tons of luggage crossing right overhead.
Oh my gosh.
But even if that were the case, we'd be completely safe this far underground. Right above this spot is a small restaurant called C&J's Cafe. I just got lunch from there the other day. I usually do once a week there. Very nice little place, and you can even jump up and down in there and it's not going to do anything down here. And over here, the back edge of this room, is a portion of our post office. Between those two buildings, there's a small parking lot. This bridge, with that type of weight balance, if you want some scale, it could hold 10 elephants as they walk across the bridge. And being the only pet-friendly show cave in the state, if you have a pet elephant, you can actually bring them in here next time and we'll take them across. Now, movement. Sometimes the movement scares people just a little bit. If you're secretly afraid of heights and you're just not letting me know, which is okay, I'm going to keep my light up here, and that'll give you something to stare at rather than staring at the river below you.
All right, we gotta cross this rope bridge here. Oh, it does move a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a wiggle to it. Oh yeah, you can see down there. You can see the river running underneath the bridge. Yeah, and actually, you can see the river through the bottom of the bridge. It's like a open grate there. Yeah, you can see how massive this cave hallway is. Come across the first cave tour group there to let them pass by. See this massive dome up above our heads here.
All of them are, but
yes, it is a long journey back up, out of the mouth of the cave. Yes, quite a few stairs leading up and out of the cave. Whew. All right, then we come out of the cave into the rain. Yay. Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot of stairs. Whew. Oh, that's a lot of rain. As we exit through the gift shop here, they have some cave-themed shirts. Guano happens. Of course, guano, the special name for bat feces. So we stopped for a museum and we ended up in a cave. That's just where the long, lonesome road took us. And I wanted to pose a question to you guys. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Would you guys like to see me do more cave? I've been hesitant to do a lot of caves because I feel like there's a lot of similarities between the caves. In addition to, I feel it's very difficult to document with the camera. It's very low light. You know, and part of the cave experience is kind of the smells, the feels of the inside of the cave. I don't know if that translates well into a video or not. So leave a comment in the comment section. Would you like me to do more cave tours, or would you like me to not do any more cave tours? And if you do want me to do a cave tours, leave a comment letting me know which caves you'd like to see me tour. And we have stopped off here alongside the Dixie Highway where we have our accommodations for this evening, because tonight we are going to sleep in a wigwam. Because yes, tonight we're going to be staying here in Cave City, Kentucky at Wigwam Village number 2. That actually have some had some new owners purchase the property in the last couple of years, and they have been renovating the wigwams here. It's kind of a classic roadside stop. Some new owners that have put some TLC in it, so I've been very excited to get back here and check out the wigwams and check out the new improvements. Now this big teepee here in the front, also known as the Bigwam. This used to be a gas station and diner, so people to stop at, and then they would have the other teepees in the back as the hotel. You can see there on the sign it says sleep in a wigwam, but you can also see in faint letters there it says eat and sleep in a wigwam, referring to the old diner that used to be in the Bigwam. You can see that classic sign there. It says Wigwam number 2. There used to be a whole chain of wigwam hotels. This was the second one ever built, and it is one of 3 that are still standing. And you can see that restoration is continuing to take place. You can see this teepee here has that traditional paint job, but you see here these fresh, sparkling white teepees are actually redoing the outsides, restuccoing the teepees to help preserve them for generations to come. So yeah, all looks very nice. Getting a fresh coat of paint on some of these teepees. Now you come here to this residence back there, and you check in. They actually give you a history lesson there on the porch. And so I've checked in. I've got my room key here, an actual physical key, which is, I always like getting a physical key, and I love these old fobs that you get on old hotels. Pretty cool. So we're going to be here in teepee number 15. So yeah, let's do a unveiling here. Oh, key goes the other way. And here we are inside the wigwam slash teepee. Yeah. wonderful. Oh, let's see if we can get the light on there. Now they said they have the original furniture here that they put into the Wigwam Village in 1937. So the original bed here that was here in 1937. It's got some fresh, nice looking sheets on there. It smells very clean in here. And see, we got, of course, has the air conditioning window unit, because when the Wigwam Village was first built, it actually did not have air conditioning. See a little desk here where I can be, well, I will be editing this video later. Yeah, they said the furniture is all original. So this is an original piece from the Wigwam Village from 1937. Let's check out the bathroom here. I love the tile there. Has the Wigwam pattern on it. The red stripe there. Now let's see, how do we turn the light on in the bathroom? Okay, got the little pull chains there to turn the light on. I think these look fresh and new. The sink and toilet look, I don't know 100% that they're brand new, but they look brand new. They look very, very clean. Oh yeah. And the toilets there have been sanitized for our protection. Looks very nice, very clean. And here is the Wigwam shower. Shower like built in here, the tile shower. This looks wonderful. It all looks very nice. Very clean. They got it nice and sparkly. Here framed in the wall, we have the official patent for the Wigwam Village. See how the buildings were built there. And apparently, they originally had a swastika on the front. I think they got rid of that back then, you know, in the 30s. That was before, you know, it was before Hitler. So this predated that, clearly. I imagine they probably took that down after Hitler ruined that symbol. But yeah, it used to be used as a Native American symbol. A lot of times you will see it on old Native American pottery or baskets. You'll see that symbol. Had a completely different meaning back then. But that is really cool. The original patent for the wigwams. Have you noticed I've been flip-flopping back and forth, between saying teepee and wigwam, and the part of the confusion is these are built to be teepees. That's what it is. The shape. It's the Native American housing known as the teepee, where cloth or animal hide was strung over poles to create a very cone-like tent. When they built the Wigwam Village, they didn't like the sound of teepee village, so they changed it to wigwam. Wigwam is the name for a different type of Native American structure that is not shaped like this. So that's where a little bit of the confusion comes from. But yeah, I'm so excited to be back here, and it looks amazing. It looks wonderful. The clean paint, the clean tile in there. It's more I think it's like more brightly lit in here. So definitely you can tell. I don't think that, like, the last time I stayed here, it wasn't run down, at least not from what I saw. I didn't notice anything that grossed me out or upset me, but you could really feel being here the love and attention that has gone into restoring these wigwams or teepees, whatever you want to call them. So you can, yeah, and then talking to one of the owners, he gave me some of the history, and it's very clear they have a very deep passion for this project and for maintaining this. This property is on the National Register of Historic Places, so they want to preserve that for generations to come. And you don't see a lot of stuff like this anymore. Clearly, this type of architecture almost doesn't exist in our modern world. Now, this was built, like I mentioned, was built in 1937. There was a whole chain of wigwams. The first one was in Horse Cave, where we were at earlier this morning. Then they built this one. It was the second one When they found out about the Dixie Highway designation, they built this here to get traffic from the Dixie Highway, to get traffic from people coming to Cave City to visit the caves. And then they would build several other wigwam villages. They all have numbers. So this is number 2. Number 1 is flattened. That's gone. The other one, I forget the numbers, but the other ones are in Arizona, in Holbrook, Arizona. I've stayed there. It's a wonderful place. I love staying out there. I love Holbrook. Just thinking about Holbrook on Route 66. And the other one is also on Route 66 in Rialto, California. I've been there. I've showed the outside. I've not stayed there. There was a YouTuber that many of you are probably familiar with, Justin Scard, had a very negative experience with the ownership there, and I don't know if it's still the same owners or not, but that's kind of made me reluctant to stay there because of how he was treated when he was staying there. And I don't know, I don't want to put any negativity out there because I don't know if that's still the same owners or if it's still the same people, but at the time he stayed there. So I probably will look into that, into the Rialto, California location to see if maybe things are a little better now. I've heard some people going there and having positive experiences, so maybe things have changed, and maybe I will come back there at some point because I do want to mark that off my list. Stay at all 3 wigwam villages. But yeah, this is lovely. This is lovely. Love what they've done with the place, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna go run and get some dinner. Yeah, you can see as we step out here, I love how the wigwams all form a circle here, and there's like a communal area there in the middle. The owner told me that this dip here, how it actually dips down, is actually a sinkhole, and there's a bonfire down there, some playground equipment. This is one of the restaurants that was recommended by the owners of the Wigwam Village. This is Bucky B's Barbecue. Looks like they have a food truck as well. I guess this is Bucky B right here. He looks like he's a half man, half pig with a beard. Oh, and this is the Queen Bee. Oh, so maybe that is Bucky and that is the bee. Also, they have something over here. This is like a giant pile of meat and potatoes wearing a crown. Apparently this is the world famous King Ransom. Here in the window we got a poster there for some local wrestling, and then the summer blowout car and bike show July 1st featuring Turtle Man. Now when I was at Kentucky Fun Mall, there was the ABCs of Kentucky, and T was for Turtle Man, and I wondered aloud who Turtle Man was. I absolutely know who Turtle Man was. He was actually in my my Sasquatch Festival video in Tennessee. So yeah, I was a huge fan of the Call of the Wild Man show. I'm very aware of who Turtle Man was. I love that show. See Elvis and Marilyn Monroe right there. Oh, look at this. They got a salad bar. Alright, so it looks like this here is what they are known for. The King Ransom potato. It is baked potato with pulled pork, cheese, butter, sour cream, all sorts of good stuff. But apparently Guy Fieri visited and he created the Dirty Double, which is the King's Ransom potato with double meat, double cheese, double sour cream, double everything. So I don't know, that looks pretty good. All right, and it has arrived. That is the Dirty Double. It's got the pulled pork, cheese there. It looks like a big pile of coleslaw on the top. All right, that is a massive potato with a lot of stuff on it. I don't know if we can just dig in here, try to get a, oh my goodness. I don't know if there's any, if I got any potato there. That's a lot of yummy glop. Yeah, kind of look into the side section there. You got the potato there. At the bottom, lots of cheese, lots of sour cream, pulled pork, and coleslaw there. Alright, let's try some barbecue sauce here. They have sweet bee and spicy bee. Let's try some of this spicy bee. Put just a little bit on there in case it's too spicy. Try some of that barbecue sauce there. Barbecue sauce not too spicy. Yeah, it's actually still pretty sweet. Yeah, the spicy bee is not very spicy at all. It has a lot of sweetness to it. I tried some of the sweet bee. It's a lot of honey to it. I guess that's why it's called bee. You can definitely taste the honey in it. So I think we'll be going with the spicy here. Okay, I think I've managed to get a little bit of everything there on this forkful.
Have you lost that juice?
Very good pulled pork there. All goes very well together. This is very good, but it's just a lot of very rich things. The sour cream, all that cheese. It's very filling and very thick and rich. Yeah, I do think this potato is defeating me. I don't know how much more of this I can actually eat. I think I'm gonna have to take the L on this one. No clean plate club tonight. I think I've had as much as I can fit inside my body. We returned here to the Wigwam village, and normally they do a fire pit every night. Although it's sprinkling right now, it's still raining quite a bit, so I don't know that they'll be doing that this evening. Yeah, here's the fire circle where travelers staying in the wigwam can come down, swap stories of their travels. You see here next to the fire, they have some skewers for cooking marshmallows or hot dogs, putting them on the end of the stick there and roasting them in the fire. These swings over here, I'd hop on them, but unfortunately they are for 14 years and younger, so no mature adult swinging allowed. You can see the back of the big wam there. These two teepees here, those used to be bathrooms for the gas station and diner. They are not currently functional. Look at this giant tire. Oh, what kind of vehicle do you think that's a tire for? Like maybe like a bulldozer or something? Love these old school pieces of playground equipment there. You bounce there on the big spring. And look at this, these little unicycles that you pedal and go in a circle there. Oh, look at that. It even has the Wigwam Village logo on it. This one's for ages 6 and under, so I can't ride that either. Down here we have some Wigwam cornhole. See, it's got the Wigwam on the cornhole board. Let's see. I'm not very good at the old cornhole, so let's. Yeah, see, not good. The super fun happy slide here. I'd go down this, but again, it's very wet. I would get my bottom all wet if I went down this slide. And as far as pure nostalgia goes, when I think about being a kid, think about going to the park or the playground, I think about these metal animals that you would ride. Sometimes it'd be on like a big spring. This one is like a kind of like a big bent piece of metal that you can rock on. Got your little horse right here. And what do you think that is? That's probably a Probably a lion, I'd say. And what do you think this guy is? He's like a squirrel, a red squirrel of some sort. And over here, now this is I think it's a elephant, looks like, from the trunk, similar to Dumbo, but it has like a different kind of tail on it, like a bird's tail or something. Yeah, I truly think this is a wonderful environment. People all staying in their different wigwams. Have this gathering area in the middle. Kind of definitely harkens back to a different time where a different sort of traveling took place. It's actually very easy because my feet actually touch the ground. I'd also like to note that we have pretty much a full house here. As you can see, there's cars parked next to almost every wigwam. When I went to rent my room, it was the last room left. This is being recorded on a Monday evening. So good to see that they're getting business. Good to see people are coming in and enjoying themselves here at the Wigwam Village. See over here, this bell has been painted with the wigwam colors. Other way. There we go. Here's a view of the room from the bed. Get a lot of circulation with the fan there. If you look up at the ceiling, you can see the teepee shape. Yeah, it's a small room, but it's got everything you need. Oh, all right. Get ready to get some rest here. Gonna get a good night's sleep here at the Wigwam. Thank you guys for joining me today here in the cave country of Kentucky. Went to the American Cave Museum, and guess what? They had their own cave that we got to tour. Then traveled out here to the classic Wigwam Village. So happy I got to come back here, that it was bought by someone who cared about it, that it is being very well taken care of. So hopefully this will last for generations and generations. Come out here and sleep in a wigwam. And I went and ate that giant potato with the barbecue. That was an intense meal. I'm ashamed that I did not conquer that meal. Maybe next time I'll come out here and see if I can conquer. Maybe I got the dirty double. Maybe I should have just gotten the regular King's Ransom. I don't know. Maybe my stomach was bigger than my eyes for once. But gonna sleep here in a wigwam with a full belly. We're gonna have more fun and adventures tomorrow. Now, if you like these videos, please subscribe. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun, random stuff. If you'd like to support the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop and doing cameos, personalized messages, greetings, birthdays, anniversaries, or just for fun, any occasion you'd like. All that information is in the description of this video. And all that helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag. And now it's time to get some rest.